Today, I'm taking you with me to experience something truly unique. Let's venture together into the heart of the African savanna, where one of the planet's oldest tribes, the Hadza, still endures. In a world where technology and modernity advance rapidly, the Hadza maintain a way of life that closely resembles that of our ancestors from thousands of years ago. Here, they survive by hunting and gathering, using bows and arrows as their main tools for survival, just as the first humans did. Over the next 3 days, I'll live as a member of the tribe, trying to understand their daily life and the challenges faced by a people who rely solely on what nature provides. I'll experience things I never imagined, drinking water directly from a muddy pool, tasting honey with larvae, and sharing each moment of hunting and gathering. For the Hadza, life is simple yet intense, and their traditions offer a true glimpse into the past. Get ready for this unique journey. Living with the Hadza is like witnessing survival in its purest and most primal form. First contact with the tribe. As I approach Hadza territory, I feel a mix of anxiety and curiosity. I'm greeted by a group of tribesmen who guide me to the leader. The encounter with him is simple but impactful. He exudes a silent wisdom and a presence that speaks volumes. His attire, made from animal hides he's hunted over the years, each with its own story, symbolizes both his skills and the profound connection he has with his surroundings. The Hadza language, Hadzabe, is unique, filled with distinct clicks and sounds that, to an outsider, seem almost enigmatic. It's a language that carries the identity of a people, understood only by those within the tribe. Though I don't fully understand it, watching them communicate is fascinating, a blend of gestures and sounds that convey much more than just words. The value of objects and the wisdom of the hunters. One of the hunters accompanying me wears a headband made from baboon skin. I ask him what it represents, and he explains with pride that it's a trophy from a hunt that brought him great respect. For the Hadza, it's not just a piece of adornment. Each detail tells the story of skills and achievements passed down through generations. Hunting, beyond sustenance, is a rite of passage and often a marker of status and respect within the community. This exchange of stories and symbols is an integral part of their culture. Preparation for the hunt. On the first night, I'm introduced to a fascinating aspect of Hadza life, the preparation for hunting. It's a meticulous process, almost like a ritual. The hunters carefully sharpen their arrows, adjusting each detail in silence with precision. I notice that each arrow is unique, with specific patterns and adornments that act as a kind of personal signature. This way, each hunter can recognize his own arrows, which almost become an extension of his identity and experience within the group. The arrows are carefully balanced with bird feathers, which help stabilize their flight. The wood is manually crafted, ensuring each piece is light, straight, and perfectly functional. It's a painstaking process that impresses me with the skill and dedication involved. Watching this, I realize the emotional value each tool holds. For the Hadza, bows, arrows, and knives aren't just objects. They are extensions of their lives, imbued with meaning and history. Reflecting on this personal connection to hunting tools makes me think about our own detachment from objects around us. In modern society, we're used to practical, disposable items, devoid of emotional value. Here I learned that, for the Hadza, every piece has deep meaning, a reflection of the time and effort invested in its creation. The start of the hunt. Before the first light of dawn, the hunters are already prepared for the journey. Armed with knives, bows, and arrows, some of them poisoned, they spread out across the savanna, moving with a blend of agility and caution. Since the Hadza don't farm or store food, daily hunting is essential for their survival. There's no room for error. What isn't hunted today simply won't be on the menu. This dependence on nature and individual skill makes each hunting trip intense and full of significance. Watching them, I notice the concentration and precision in each movement. There's a silent synchronization among them, a communication based on gestures and glances. The dogs that accompany them play a crucial role, sniffing out signs of nearby animals. The hunters move skillfully, attentive to any sound or movement in the landscape. This deep connection with the environment and the ability to read the terrain is remarkable. After a few attempts and running after small animals, we finally catch a medium-sized bird. For us, it might seem like a modest prize, but for them, it's a valuable victory. Each hunt, no matter how small, is cherished to the fullest, with nothing wasted. This practice makes me reflect on the respect they have for every living creature and how much they value what nature provides. Living like a Hadza. During one of our breaks on the journey, we come across a small muddy pond. To my surprise, they drink directly from this murky water, without any filtration. I asked them about it, and they explained that, over the years, their immune systems have adapted to resist the bacteria and parasites present in the water. I decide to try it, though I must admit it's uncomfortable. For someone used to filtered and treated water, drinking like this is a true cultural shock. For the Hadza, however, this water represents survival, and their resilience is the result of an ancestral adaptation. As the hours pass, fatigue begins to set in, but the group remains steadfast. During one of the stops, I notice that they seize every moment to eat what they've managed to hunt. Nothing is wasted. They consume the meat, soft bones, and even the animal hides, finding use for everything that nature offers. This holistic approach is a lesson in sustainability and respect, something that starkly contrasts with the amount of waste we generate in modern society. Reflections on an untouched culture. Living with the Hadza, each day brings new lessons and deep reflections. Their relationship with the environment, the respect for the animals they hunt, and the value attributed to every resource teaches us about simplicity and gratitude. Honey harvesting. One of the most fascinating moments during my time with the Hadza was witnessing their honey harvesting. For them, honey is their liquid gold, a staple food and an essential energy source. When we came across a baobab full of hives, one of the hunters prepared to climb and face thousands of bees. Armed with a smoky stick, he tried to calm the swarm to collect the honey. He endured several stings, but he didn't give up. Honey is vital and worth the effort. Here, honey is more than just food, it's also a form of currency. With it, the Hadza acquire tools, grains, and even valuable everyday items. It's incredible to see the dedication with which they embrace this risky ritual, all while smiling. Challenges of an endangered culture. Over the past 50 years, the Hadza have lost about 90% of their land due to neighboring tribes expanding, clearing forests for livestock and farming. This pressure directly threatens the Hadza's survival, and seeing it firsthand is profoundly impactful. For them, the savanna and forest are not only their home but also their livelihood and identity. It's hard to imagine a world without this rich culture, so essential to human history. These 3 days with the Hadza showed me how, despite the progress that modernity brings, it can also be devastating to cultures that live in harmony with nature. The Hadza represent a rare link to our past, a people living almost as our ancestors did, now at risk of disappearing. Spending these days with the Hadza was a transformative experience. Each moment taught me something about how human life can be simple, yet rich in connection and meaning. Their hunting skills, how they make use of every available resource, and their resilience in the face of numerous challenges make them a rare and invaluable example. Now, I'd like to share something personal with you. Recently, my channel was hacked, and 12 years of content vanished. Though we managed to recover the videos, the YouTube algorithm no longer favors restored content, which has greatly affected our income. To continue producing documentaries like this, exploring unique and endangered cultures, I need your support. If this content has brought you value and you'd like to help, please click the Super Thanks button and consider making a donation. This contribution is more than financial support. It's an opportunity to preserve and share the diversity of humanity and the living history of people like the Hadza. Even a small donation makes a difference. Additionally, I ask you to subscribe to the channel and enable notifications. By doing so, you help the channel grow and ensure that new content reaches you. This is a direct way to support our work and allow us to continue.